Hello and welcome to Defender of the Crown, The Legend Returns. This video is kindly sponsored by Nordcurrent, and this is the classic that was released 40 years ago this year. And there are a number of new modes: Retro Mode, Classic, and Kingdom Mode. And it's launching right now. It's actually launched right now. And it's launching on Steam PC, GOG, Xbox, PlayStation 5, and indeed, Nintendo Switch. So, here we have it. Now, I've been playing a bunch of this, and I'm not very good at it. I'm just going to tell you right now, okay? Now, Retro Mode is literally playing the Timeless Classic without any changes. Classic Mode is the improved and expanded game, same old fun, but with modernized gameplay and visuals. And then you obviously have Kingdom Mode, which is a completely different thing, and that's basically a deck builder with roguelike elements. I haven't played this yet. So I'd be very, very happy to see that. Otherwise, the game is already out, and if you want to get it and play it for yourself, well, you know what to do. All right, we're going to be playing Classic Mode, and I'm going to play a new game here. And if you don't know anything about Defender of the Crown, basically it is a kingdom conquest management kind of situation, kind of experience. And I'm going to leave the tutorial on just so you can kind of get an idea as to what's going on. So that if I miss anything and if I don't explain anything particularly well, then the tutorial will hopefully cover my back, at least a little bit. Anyway, as you can see here, every single lord has a particular kind of stat. Some of them will be good at leadership, some of them will be good at swordplay, some of them will be good at jousting. And you can indeed hold tournaments. So this is basically your selection of people right here. So dependent on what you want, you can just, decide what you like. So if you want to have a really nice balanced experience, then you should probably play with Wilfred right here, because he's going to be good at pretty much everything. However, I'm actually going to be playing as Cedric, because his leadership skill, from what I remember about Defender of the Crown, I didn't actually play the original, but from what I know about it, because I know people that played it back then, the fact is, a lot of people said, yeah, you need leadership. Leadership is a really, really good thing to go for. Now, there is a very cool section. I'm obviously not entirely sure what happened in the original, but there's a very cool section in this one, in the Classic Mode, in this iteration of the game, that basically allows you to go undercover, right? Undercover, and try to rescue a lady who has been kidnapped. And you have to literally do that, and you have to duel people with your sword. And there's blocking, and there's parrying, riposting, so on and so forth. It's very, very cool, very interactive. Anyway, as you can see right here, we're in Sherwood Forest. You visit your friend, Robin of Locksley. Many years have passed since you served with Robin and his men. But your bud is too old to bear the task of restoring peace to the land. He believes the fate of England is now in your hands. You need to raise an army and reunite the fractured kingdom. Robin pledges his aid 3 times, for he knows the struggle ahead is both complex and menacing. And if you can't tell, this is basically, as far as I'm aware, it is 1149 in England. And you have, Danish Vikings coming in, and you've got the Saxons, and you've got the Normans, and everyone's, kind of a little bit not very pleased with you, and you kind of have to, muddle your way through as best as you can and try to survive. So here you can see your treasury and expected income, home army, campaign forces, etc. Here you can manage your army and so on. You can announce a tournament to win fame and lands. A tournament takes up the whole turn. And if you want more insights, check out the encyclopedia in the menu. So you can see here, so this is our map, basically. This is our map right here. I can't move this. This is literally the entire map right there. And we are going to have a variety of neutral territories that we will be able to hopefully capture. And I'm going to try and see if we can capture Cambridge first, despite the fact that there are literal 6 vassals there, which is a little bit problematic. So we'll see what happens, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to initially spend my money creating an army. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just hire a bunch of soldiers. As you can see, catapults are where it's at. We really want to get catapults up and running as soon as possible, because that's going to enable us to do a siege. And that's going to be very important. So you can see here, obviously that was our turn. We basically just recruited a bunch of people. Now we can transfer additional forces, and we're going to be transferring them into a campaign army straight away. And now what we can do is we can now go and transfer our forces. Wait a minute. We can now go and attack, actually. We can now go and attack. So let's do that. There we go. So we are going to do... yeah, okay. So let's go here first. Unfortunately, we have to go here first. We can't go to Cambridge yet, but hopefully we'll be able to go to Cambridge after this. Now, we are going to get income every single day, dependent on your lands. As you can see, some empty territories have vassals who await your orders. Indeed. So you can see here, we can transfer forces, and we can actually gain more people. So pretty cool, right? Yeah. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go and conquer this this red guy down here, and we're going to see how we do. All right, so here you go. Now you have two tactics at the moment, because obviously ferocious attack and bombard, we don't currently have those available because they are dependent on the kind of units you have in your army. We only have regular soldiers at the moment, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to do outflank. That's what I'm going to try to do. And retreat is not defeat, by the way. Some of your men survive, but you give up control of the land. Let's go and outflank them, and we're going to see if we can do some nice damage. As you can see, we're actually already achieving pretty nicely. We're losing a lot of soldiers right now, but Cambridge is extremely worthwhile, so hopefully we'll be okay. Yeah, we did it just about. We had 7 troops remaining. Lord Philip fell before your charge. The field is yours. Indeed. There you go. And we have won the territory as well. And now we have an income of 10, which is actually really pretty crazy. So, yeah. Now, there is a tenuous peace with the Saxons of the world, but the Normans don't like us at all. So that's obviously going to be a problem. As you can see, conquer all Norman castles to win. The Saxons are friendly toward you from the game's start, but the peace is very fragile. Protect your castle from the invaders at all costs. Okay, so what I'm now going to do... and this is going to be a little bit problematic. I think what I'm going to do is I am going to move. Are there any people here? No. There are no people here. That's kind of sad. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to literally move my people back. And I'm going to build another army. And we're basically going to try... oh, look at that. We've actually got... look at this. We actually have a catapult potentially. We could get ourselves a catapult. I don't really want to do that. I kind of want to get knights, but I also don't really want to because soldiers are so cheap. So I'm going to just get 17 soldiers. I think that's going to be the way to go right now. And we can also raid enemy castles to acquire additional gold. However, this action does end your turn. So that's something to bear in mind. So what we can now do is we can now transfer these guys to our campaign army immediately if we want to do that, which I think we will do, because what we want to do, hopefully, is maybe recapture Cambridge. I think that might be quite cool. We can't really go over to Leicester or anything like that because that is a fragile piece. I don't really want to have war on 2 fronts, if at all possible. Now, as you know from the very beginning, we have Robin Hood, and he is loyal to our cause, and what we can actually do is we can ask him for a favor. Now, this is going to be extremely important for us when we try to go for a castle. Hopefully, we're going to be able to go for one relatively quickly. But let's just see what we can do. So I'm going to go... we could hold a tournament. No, I don't want to hold a tournament right now. No, we're going to try to conquer them. Let's try to do it. I don't know how many they have. Oh, yeah. No. This is definitely going to work. This is definitely going to work. We're going to outflank them. We're going to outflank them. Let's try it. Let's see if that's going to help it. Oh, yeah. We absolutely obliterated them. Oof, that was nice. All right. There we go. Your army marches on, practically untouched. Well, actually, no. We did take quite a few people. We did take quite a few casualties, but yeah. Well, we'll see what we can do. Your army is attacked by Roger Falconbridge. And indeed, he has way too many people. So I'm going to literally just get out of there. I'm just going to get out of there straight away. We're just going to run away from them. Because there is no point in us ending up losing a huge amount of troops. So we're just going to run back here. That's absolutely fine. Unfortunately, he is managing to capture Cambridge now, which does mean that, yeah, they have quite a few vassals, unfortunately. Norfolk does have quite a few people, so it's going to be a bit problematic for us. Maybe we're going to have to do a little bit more here. And hopefully they won't Oh, hello. Okay, no, we've got something coming down actually. We've got the purple faction. Who are they? Cumbria. Cumbria's coming down. Oh yeah, that's actually very, very nice. That's helping us out quite a great deal. All right, I'm going to continue just getting people. That's all I'm going to do. I'm just going to continue building up a relatively strong army here, and we'll see what we can do here as a result. And you can see they're actually fighting against each other as well, which is really very much, it's very helpful, isn't it? I think it's very helpful for them to do so. Yeah, but the problem is, I don't really have much that I can do. I can just literally do this. And here we go. Catherine of Nottingham has been kidnapped and is being held at Cornwall. Her ward promises to grant you her hand and the joining of your two kingdoms should you successfully rescue her. Let us save her. You prepare to raid the castle, and indeed it's all the way down there. And this is what I was talking about. We now get the opportunity to attack. Now bear in mind that, unfortunately, because our character is not very good with swordplay, this might be a bit problematic. So, here we go. Maybe we're not going to have a good time here. Okay, here we go. I'm going to try to block. Going to try to block as best as I can. Got him. Alright, nice. Now we can deal with the next one, and hopefully we will not have too many issues. Nice. That was a good riposte. If I ever saw one, maybe I'll be okay. Nice, there we go. There's another one. Unfortunately, he managed to get us really, really nicely there. That was actually a perfect block on his part. Nice. There we go. That is a perfect riposte right there. See how much damage we're able to do? Obviously, if we had more swordplay stat, I'd be able to probably inflict a lot more damage and be a lot quicker when it comes to our reaction times. Nice. There we go. There's the riposte. Hopefully we can finish him off. Maybe. Nope. Just about. Nice. We did get him, though. We did get him. Now we can continue onward. And we're going to go inside, and there will be a boss. Yes, a boss. This guy is going to be kind of difficult for us to deal with, probably. Gonna have to be a little bit careful here. Okay, he did actually manage to get a very... Oh, we got a riposte on him at the exact moment that we needed it. That's actually crazy. Alright, I certainly wasn't anticipating getting that, but that was lucky. I'm gonna have to wait a little bit more when I press the button because... Oh, no, well, never mind. It doesn't matter because he's dead. But there you go. At first, the room appears to be empty and your heart fills with disappointment. As you turn to leave, a soft voice calls out from a dark corner of the chamber. She's here. Together, you escape and begin the journey home. And there you have it. And now she's given us a massive bonus to leadership. Look at this. Look at the massive bonus to leadership right there. So very, very cool. That means that we're going to have some great times with her, hopefully. And we can indeed raid castles if we want to. Let's not raid that one, though. Okay, so the question is, what do we want to do? Well, I actually wouldn't mind raiding this castle. Shall we try to raid the castle? I don't even know what that really does. I haven't tried this out yet. We could try to raid it. What does it do? I guess I can just go through here. Yeah, here we go. Okay, so this is going to be kind of interesting. I'm not sure how well this is going to go, but hopefully it will go nicely. Nice. There you go. Oh, that was actually incredible timing if I do say so myself. Look at that. Let me pat myself on the back. Nice. Nice. Got him. Nice. There we go. There's the stun. That is all we needed. Look at that. Who says this guy is bad at swordplay? Yeah, no, we've got this in the bag. We've got this absolutely 100% in the bag. If we don't get, you know, too much damage taken. It is very likely that we will take a lot more damage in this one because this is an actual raid. I'm not sure how easy this is going to be. Oh, nice damage actually from him. Thankfully, we did get the riposte there and managed to take him down. Got him. Nice. All right, and that is the victory. Now let's just see if there's a boss there. I think there probably will be. Yep. All right, this guy might be a bit problematic. Got him. There it is. Nice. And we won a raid in classic mode. Look at that. There's the achievement for that. You've defeated your foes and successfully acquired their gold. All right, so I literally got 22 gold from that. That is crazy good. All right, so yeah, I'm actually really, really pleased about this. That means that what I'm going to be able to do now is some craziness, because I am literally just going to get 47 soldiers. I'm not even going to do anything else right now. All I'm going to do is just raid people, okay? We're just going to raid people. We're just going to try to maximize the amount of... because, I mean, basically, look, maximize the amount of soldiers that we have, because our leadership is insane. If we can get a huge number of soldiers, we will be in a very strong position for us to just sweep over the entirety of the land, because we have the leadership, you see. That's the thing that we want. Now, if I can just make sure that this guy... Whoa, you know what? I'm getting a lot better at these riposts. You know, when I first fought in this game, I was like, oh no, I'm absolutely terrible. But actually, you can get used to it quite nicely, because it's a very intuitive system. Obviously, it is quite simple, because it is, you know, on a 2D plane and everything. But it's actually remarkably dangerous if you... if you manage to mess up like I did just there. I got stunned, and that was bad. We don't want to get stunned. Not that much, at least. There we go. Nice. I'm looking for the thrust. I want him to thrust. There we go. Yeah, I need to parry the thrust. That is the best way to achieve a stun. Thankfully, he is spending a little bit too much time trying to block us, which is not really going to be that helpful for him. I have taken a lot more damage this time around, though. Nice. There's the stun that we need. I don't want to go too aggressive, because if we go too aggressive, that is going to result in us getting riposted ourselves. And that's not what we want. There we go. We want the thrust right there. So 4 hits per riposte by the looks of things. That's what we can fit in before the stun wears off. And indeed, I think we should be okay here. Or not. Oh, I'm losing it. I'm losing it. There we go. We almost lost. That was crazy. Okay. How much did we actually get from this guy? Oh yeah, we got another 25 gold. That's pretty crazy. Okay. I love this. This is great. Okay, so we are now, in essence, in possession of 77 troops. I think we should probably... Should I get some knights? I think I should probably get some knights. Should I? You know what? I feel like maybe that's not the way to go. I'm not entirely sure. I think we should probably just... You know what? I'm going to just do this until 100. We're going to raid one more castle here, and then we're going to do what we can, because these guys are never going to be able to raid us, at least as far as I'm aware. I think they're going to have a very hard time raiding us. Funnily enough, if I had picked the swordplay guy, this would probably be easy, you know? This would probably be very, very simple for us in comparison to what it is right now, which it's not that difficult, but it is quite difficult with a guy that has extremely poor swordplay skills. So yeah, there's that. But I can probably be a little bit more aggressive, don't you think? Yeah, I can probably be a little bit more aggressive here. I don't think we need to worry too much. There we go. There we go. There's the riposte. Maybe we can do a little bit more. There it is. There's the stun, and he's out of there. Yeah, we're doing a lot more damage now. I don't know what it is, but we're really just sailing through these guys. Got him. All right. Whew. Okay, just the final boss. I actually wonder how it is to play with a guy that actually has decent swordplay. I feel like it would be very, very fun to find that out, because I obviously don't know. Nice, good damage. Oh, I wish I'd gotten that riposte. That would have been so nice. Oh well, never mind. And there's the victory for us. Nice. Alright, so we gained only 14 gold from that. Okay, so there we go. To the tournament we go. Philip announces a tournament at Ashby. Knights, nobles, and peasants gather to witness the dangerous spectacle. Okay, to the tournament we go. Alright, let's go. And this is where we're going to joust, by the way. We are going to joust. Literally joust. We are going to joust for fame or joust for land. What should we do? Joust for fame. Why not? And who choose our opponent? Okay, Roger Falconbridge. His jousting is actually very good, as you can see right there. Not as much as Mr. Brian over there, but yes, I think we should be okay to do this, even though we're not very good at it. Okay, so align your spear with the aim controls and keep yourself on the horse by pressing the balance controls. Oh dear. Okay, so let's try and see what I can do. Aim your spear at the center of your opponent's shield. Oh no. Whoops. This is not going to work. Did I hit him? You were not the champion, but your deeds were... Okay, I'm not entirely sure what actually happened. Did I fail? I think I failed. I think I failed, right? Yeah, I think I just got hit immediately. That is hilarious. Okay, well, whatever the case, I think what I will do is we will get 2 knights, and we can start probably moving. What about moving, you know, our army and actually start, you know, capturing some things? I think that could be kind of fun, right? So I think what we'll do is we will do exactly that. And we'll go over here. There we go. And can we go down into Cambridge now as well? Yes, I think we can. There are no men defending it. That's hilarious. Okay, that's actually really, really good for us, because now I'm getting a significant amount more gold. The question is, can we take Essex? We might be able to. We might even be able to take... We could take Buckingham, actually. If we had catapults, we could take Buckingham. The question is, you know what? Let me just get a catapult. There we go. Let me get one of those. Okay. Your army is attacked by Roger Falconbridge. Okay, yeah, sure. You can if you want to. He's got literally 30. Okay, that's going to be quite funny. Alright, so we can do outflank. I'm just going to outflank him. We've got way too many troops to say no to outflanking, right? I mean, I think we should be okay here. I mean, I do have only 2 knights, which is not exactly great, but he is nowhere near going to be able to defeat us here. At least I hope not, right? Yeah, no, I think we were fine. We had 77, but we have now only 42 remaining. I think that should be fine, right? Isn't that fine? I don't know. But what we should probably do is I'm going to actually try and speak to Mr. Robin Hood in just a second here. Here we go. Riding to Sherwood Forest, you seek Robin's aid in the coming adventure. I expected you, he says. After a moment of thought, he agrees to your request. I will send you enough men to help you in this endeavor. Good luck. Alright, so we now have the ability to potentially capture something. So the question is, what do we want to capture? Well, as you can see, he's given us a significant amount of additional forces. So what we'll do is we will transfer the catapult, and then we will go for Norfolk. We will literally siege the castle. Let's do it. You assemble your army and prepare for a long, arduous siege. I have no idea how this is going to go. Choose a projectile to launch at the castle. You can stop the siege and storm the castle at any moment, but make sure you've broken the wall first. Okay, so let's have a look. What do we want to do? Plague. Wait a minute. Regular boulder, incendiary payload, or plague. Spread sickness, weakening and breaking their ranks. Enemy garrison has 46. Launch to smash the wall into rubble. Okay, so we basically just have to... I think we'll do plague first. Find weak spots on the wall. Adjust your catapult and shoot. Pay attention to the tension clicks for better results. I am terrible at this. Okay. That did not work out too well, did it? That did not work out too well. Okay, let's try the regular boulders. Oh, nice. That actually worked out a little bit. Not as good, potentially. Let's try it again. Let's try that once more. Okay, we're actually hitting the same area. I'm not sure if this is actually going to work, though. That's the question. Because this is kind of harsh. Okay, we're hitting kind of the same area, but I think we need to hit a little bit higher, don't we? I think we need to hit a little bit higher, so we're going to try that. Okay, yeah, that's the same area. Not exactly where we wanted. I'm not able to storm the castle yet. Oh, that was way too high. What? Okay, that's actually crazy. We're engaging him on the field of battle at the moment. I think we should have this in the bag. This is going to be kind of stand and fight. We're just going to stand and fight. We're not going to outflank him or anything like that this time around. Or should we outflank? Because we got some people right here. You know what? Let's outflank. Let's do a little bit of outflanking right now because maybe that's going to... Yeah, no. That does seem to actually do a little bit more than standing and fighting, in my opinion. And obviously we have many more knights this time because obviously Robin has given us some knights. So that's really going to help us out a great deal. Hopefully we're not going to lose any. I don't think we will. No, that's actually very good. There we go. Okay, so he fell before our charge once again. Okay, so we won the territory. Wow, we actually won the territory. There we go. Okay, the Normans have kidnapped your lady. Will you stage a rescue? Yes, we will. Indeed. And look at that. I've literally already captured one of their castles. Isn't that crazy? Wow, look at that. I never would have expected it in a million years. But I managed to do it, surprisingly so. Nice riposte right there, Mr. Cedric. That's his name. Cedric of Rotherwood. Yes, indeed. He's doing a great job right now. And he should be perfectly fine. Nice. There's a nice riposte right there. That's exactly what we needed. 4 hits. And I can maybe try to do a little bit more. He's going to try to get me, unfortunately. There we go. He's dead. That's it. That's out of there. He's out of there. And indeed, we've got a wonderful backdrop as well in the background. And maybe, just maybe, we're going to be okay. There we go. Nice riposte. Absolutely perfect. There it is. Wow, we've taken 0 damage so far. That's pretty crazy. I never thought I would ever see the day when we had taken 0 damage. Okay, here we go. Yeah, he's gonna try something. He's gonna try something right now. Let's go for the heavy attack right there. Technically, we can actually go for a heavy attack ourselves. As you can see, it's actually... Oh, of course we took damage. Isn't that terrible? Nice riposte. And indeed, 4 hits. Another? No, we didn't get another one. Oh, okay, kind of sad. Yeah, he actually got the riposte on us that time. When he's blocking, we just go for a nice little heavy attack there. And there's the riposte to finish him off. Nice. Your sword exacts payment in full from the accursed Normans. You advance through the torchlight to deliver your fair lady from her prison. Not a moment too soon. You slip through the gates to freedom. Once home, you refuse to rest until every last Norman is driven from the land. Forever. What did Norman ever do to them? No, I'm obviously just joking. Anyway, there we go. A very wonderful 28 gold every single turn, which is pretty crazy. And we've also captured every single one, by the way, every single one of their territories. And you can see here we actually have vassals in this territory as well. So what we can do is we can actually transfer. We can't transfer? Okay, so we can't transfer people from there unless we are standing there. Okay, that's good to know. So what we'll do is we'll now start. We'll just get a whole bunch of soldiers. Why not? What is this? Wait a minute. Let me actually just test this out real quick. Build a castle. I can actually build additional castles. That is so cool. All right, wait. Let me build one right there. There we go. Okay. What about another one? Can I build another one? No, I don't think so. I think we're just gonna get some soldiers, and then there we go. So we got a castle there, and Wilfred is doing a really good job right now. And I wouldn't mind actually making peace with it. Oh no, never mind. He's hostile with us for some reason. He's actually hostile with us at the moment. Okay, well that's a bit problematic, isn't it? Yeah, that is a little bit problematic. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to transfer our forces, of course. We want to make sure that we have a load of troops, and we probably want to capture Cambridge, but the problem with doing that is I'm not entirely sure if I want to do that right now or whether we want to. Yeah, this is a bit problematic, isn't it? Okay, you know what? Let's just do this. We're just going to try getting knights and things like that as well. To the tournament we go. Oh, no. Yeah, I'm really bad at these. I'm very bad at these. Let's joust for land this time. Choose a land to joust for. Okay, let's joust for Essex so that we don't have to take it over. There we go. Your opponent chose Gloucester. Okay, so in other words, he's going to take one of mine if I fail here, which is very likely. Okay, so let's try and see what I can do. Yeah, I'm not very good at this. Let's just say that, okay? I'm not very good at this at all. So, did he manage to capture that? No, he didn't. He chose Gloucester. Where's Gloucester? Ah, there. Okay, I see. So he did actually capture something. Not particularly pleased about that. Okay. Well, let's get some of this. Do we have any catapults? Yes, we do. We're going to have to capture some additional things here. We're going to have to go on the offensive, and we're just going to transfer these guys over to our army. I have 87 now, which is pretty crazy, so we should theoretically have a pretty good time here. You engage the campaign army of Mr. Philip here. Okay, so let's see. He's got 20. He's got 20 troops. Ferocious attack. Yes, ferocious attack. We will just murder them. We will murder them 6 ways from Sunday, thank you. And that is exactly what has happened. Look at that. A triumphant victory it is. And I think we are going to continue doing just that. Every single time. Let's see if we can... maybe we can capture the castle. What do you think? I think we're going to need a couple more catapults for that. Yeah, these guys literally have no idea. Look at this. They have no idea what we're running around with right now. We're running around with 82 troops. I think we can probably get more than that. Right? I think we can probably get more than that. Yeah, so we defended that territory as well. Are they actually... Wait a minute. Norman plotters plant seeds of unrest within your realm. The vassals revolt. You lose a territory. Okay, so am I losing literally that castle over there? I did. I literally lost that... Are you serious? That is hilarious. Can I actually go over there and capture it again? Yes, I did. Okay, so that's fine at least. That was a random event of some kind. That's a fiendish event. That's what I gotta say. That's absolutely fiendish. Okay, so what we'll do... Let's get... yeah, let's actually get some more catapults, and then we'll just get a bunch more soldiers. There we go. And we are going to just transfer the forces. We're just going to transfer those forces over to us right now. 107, absolutely perfect. And we've now got, what is it, 3 catapults? That should be pretty good, in my opinion, right? That should be pretty good. So what we'll do is we'll go down here. We're going to engage the army of Mr. Brian. And he's, okay. He has 9. He has 9 soldiers. A ferocious attack it is. We will just absolutely murder everyone in sight. And yeah, hopefully we were able to capture him, but probably not. Let's face it, probably not. Okay, so what we're going to do is going to try to take the red territory in just a moment. Your army is attacked by Wilfred. Okay, what does he have? He has 39. Still not good enough. Still not good enough, friends. Yes, they have completely underestimated how extremely powerful we have become now because of our new wife. Because obviously she's provided us with an insane leadership bonus. This is exactly the reason why I said to you that I wanted to play as Cedric initially. Because he has that massive leadership bonus. Look at how much I actually have. We've got 9. We've got 9 in leadership. I think that might actually be the maximum that you can get. But yes, it's very unlikely that these fellows will be able to do much to us now, as you can see. They are just absolutely falling before us like wheat before the scythe. And yeah. Hopefully I'll be able to capture this in just a moment once they allow me to actually move my forces, because these guys are all attacking me, as you might expect. Okay, so we can finally attack them. Let's take Buckingham, shall we? Let's do that. There we go. Let's siege the castle. I might be absolutely awful at using my catapult, but at least there's only 1 in the garrison. There's only 1 in the garrison. Okay, wait a second. I guess we'll just try and launch something at it. There? Nice! There we go. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I need. Okay, wait. We need to do that again. Okay, here we go. Perfect. Something like this. Ooh, too much. Okay, wait. Too much? This one? Nice! There we go. Okay, and now we just need a very small amount. Something like this. We didn't hit it? I thought that seemed pretty dead on to me, but okay, apparently not. Okay. I'm not sure what to make of that. I'm really not sure what to make of that. Okay, what about this? This one? I thought we hit that. I thought we hit that multiple times. We're just engaging him. He's literally only got 1 person, so it should be... Poor guy. Literally, all I can say is poor guy. Whoever they sent out there to go onto the field, it's just like, yes, you over there, peasant, you'll go onto the field of battle and fight against that entire army. Yeah, I can imagine that would not be too pleased. That fellow would not be too pleased. Anyway, a Saxon lady has been kidnapped. Anne of Lancashire has been kidnapped and is being held at Cornwall. Her ward promises to grant you her hand in the joining of your 2 kingdoms, should you successfully rescue her. Let us save her. Just because it's fun to do so. Of course, it is fun to do so. And let's try it. I'm going to try to be a little bit more aggressive with our... Well, I shouldn't be that aggressive, should I? It's probably a bad idea for me to be aggressive. There we go. Nice double parry right there, leading into the riposte. Absolutely perfect. Okay, so now we just need... Nice. Perfect. Absolutely what we wanted. Unfortunately, he's now got me stunned. Of course he does. That is to be expected. Ooh, we got him. Okay, I think I've kind of got a little bit more of a handle on things when it comes to the sword play as well, because obviously the thing is, when they're hyper defensive, you primarily want to just do heavy attacks. Like for example, right now I could do a heavy attack. Obviously, the thing is, if he's not blocking at that exact moment, he could parry you, and then you're going to be facing a stun, which would be pretty bad. You know, you never really want to get yourself into a stun position, because that's going to be extremely bad. Yeah, like that, for example. Look at that. He actually did get me. Unfortunately, he didn't capitalize on that, so that's absolutely fine with me. Nice. There's the riposte, and we can hopefully finish him off with a nice little... No, we didn't. Oh, almost. Almost. I tried to finish him off with the wonderful riposte there, but no. The treacherous Normans have paid dearly for their mistake. You found the captive huddling inside a dark chamber. News of your daring rescue spreads throughout the kingdom. Your men begin to perceive you differently. You notice new respect in their eyes. And indeed, there we go. Alright, so we have rescued yet another lady. And indeed, look at how much cash we have. We have a lot of money. So I think what we'll do is we will build a catapult. Not a catapult, a castle. Let's build a castle in that area right there. And then we will, well, probably spend a huge amount of money on the rest of our soldiers right there as well. A tournament. No, I don't want a tournament. I'm sorry. I'm terrible at them, okay? I'm very bad at them. So I'm going to try to play against Mr. Jeffrey Longsword because he's absolutely terrible, just like I am. So hopefully this will work. Nope. Nope. That is not working. That is not working for me. Alright, well, thankfully it was just for fame, so I don't really lose anything. And indeed, we are now just going to transfer our forces. So let's just transfer some people over there. We now have 140. Shall we try... yeah, let's try and take Jeffrey's place, I guess, right? Try and take Jeffrey's place. There's a castle here. Not a terribly big fan of taking the castle, so I think we're just going to go this way. We're going to engage his army. I could take Cornwall. Maybe Cornwall is a better idea. I don't know, but we're going to just go ferocious attack right now. Basically just going super hard right here against him, and he's gonna thank us, you know, because we're gonna capture his lands. We're gonna rule them. We're gonna rule them extremely benevolently, and everything's gonna be great, you know, as you do, and we should have a great time. There we go. Nice. Okay, so now the question is, do I want to get more catapults? No, actually, you know what I will do? I will get Robin to give us some more troops. There we go. Yeah, I will send you enough men to help you in this endeavor. And he's once again giving us 23 and 5. And that's pretty nice. So what we're going to do now is I'm just going to basically try to get a handful of people in these places. Because ideally, you never know when someone's going to... Wow, another tournament. Wow, okay. But yeah, you never know when someone's going to try to besiege your fief, right? So I'm kind of trying to be a little bit careful on that. Okay, so let's try and see. Okay, so let's try to balance. Okay. Brave Germans. You stumble upon 3 brave warriors from Germany. 3 knights join your campaign army. Nice. Well, that's a nice event. A good one for once. And as you can see, we've actually gained some swordplay from Robin as well, which is quite funny. Alright, so let us siege the castle. There it is. Alright, so we once again have the... It's literally one. There's one person in here. There's one person, literally. Okay. Okay, that's way too much. That is way too much. There's no way I'm going to do this. Nope. Nope. No, I'm sorry. It's never going to work. I'm terrible at using catapults in every single medieval game I have ever played. So this is no exception, clearly. And you know what? I'm actually just going to use Incendiary. We're just going to use Incendiary. I'm going to see how that goes, because I think that might be quite fun. So let's try to use that. Boom. Okay, that did not do anything. I was kind of hoping to kill the guy, you know, the one guy that's in there. It's highly unlikely that that's going to happen, isn't it? Let's just fire it. I might as well just, you know what? Storm it. Let's storm the castle. Is anything going to happen here? No, it just takes us in. Okay, it just takes us into this. That's absolutely fine. There's just literally one of them. There is only one, so we don't really need to worry about that. I should have just charged it straight away. I think I will probably do that, considering my skills at using the catapult are so extremely bad. I don't even know what to tell you. It's actually crazy. Ah, Rebecca of York has been kidnapped and is being held at Cornwall. What is up with the guy at Cornwall? He's literally just kidnapping young women. What's going on with him? I think he needs to go and see someone. I don't know. I think he needs to go to jail or something like that, maybe. Probably that's that. Here we go. Hello, hello. Bad. There we go. There's the riposte. We need him to go for a heavy attack. And then we'll be good. There's the heavy attack. Nice. I'm taking a lot of damage this time around, so I'm a little bit worried about that. Hopefully I won't take too much damage in the end. But we'll see. I mean, as you can see, this guy is literally just letting us wail on him somehow. I'm not too sure why he's doing that, but I guess... There we go. Maybe he didn't want to get riposted. He knows. He knows that we're good. He knows that we really know what we're doing now that I've played the game a little bit. But yes, he's probably very aware of that fact. And indeed, there's the riposte once again. Massive damage coming in. Nice. Love it. And now we've just got the boss remaining. And Rebecca is, of course, waiting for our rescue. Wow, that was a nice hit. That was a nice hit by this guy. There's the riposte. Gonna make sure I don't get murdered again. Oh, I actually did. I actually did get murdered again, surprisingly enough. There's the riposte as well, though. There's the 4 hits. Gonna follow that up with a nice little heavy attack, and hopefully he will do the exact same thing. There it is. Nice. And that's it. The treacherous Normans have paid dearly, and indeed, it's the same message that we saw beforehand. They have paid dearly, and new respect, and so on and so forth. And look at my leadership, by the way. My leadership has increased even further, which is crazy. Okay, so we have 80 gold, and now the question is, what do we do with it? Well, I think what we're probably going to do is we're going to build some castles. Let's build some castles in this place, and let's try to get a couple more knights. Why not? We've got so much money coming in, might as well get some more knights, right? And yeah, we are most likely just gonna go and siege this castle. I don't know how many people they have in there, but if they have only one, yes, I'm just gonna storm it. Storm the castle immediately during a siege without a single catapult. Oh, without a single catapult shot, shall we say. I think that achievement is. But yes, I am indeed going to do that because there is no point. You know, with how feeble I am at you know, hitting this thing, I might as well just go for it, you know. Okay, so to the tournament we go. Oh dear. Not another one. Okay, yeah, we'll joust for fame. Okay, Geoffrey Longsword. Yes, we'll try to defeat him. I will try this. Yeah. Okay, Rosalind of Bedford, and is being held at Cornwall once again. I'm actually on my way to Cornwall. I am on my way to Cornwall right now because I obviously want to put a stop to this fellow's egregious kidnapping of people all the time. And here it is, the final boss for this rescue. I'm gonna try, if I can, to bait out his attacks. Try to get him to go for the heavy attack mostly. He doesn't seem to want to do that for some reason, so we're having a bit of a troublesome spot here, actually. Nice. Nice. There we go. That's what we wanted. Follow it up with the heavy attack. Boom. There it is. And there's the finishing blow. Nice. There you go. You notice new respect in your eyes, and we've gotten even more leadership skill. Look at my leadership skill. Oh, this is crazy. Alright, so yeah, what we're going to do is we are literally going to go ahead and just get 4 more knights and 75 more people. Oh yes, look at that. That's pretty crazy. Okay, so yeah, we will now be transferring a little bit of our people, not all of them, but a couple of our people over there. I just want to make sure I have a pretty strong army for us to go over here with. I don't want to raid the castle, I do want to siege it, so we're just going to conquer this. There are no men in the territory, of course, as you might expect. And we are now being attacked. How many does he have? He has 30. Wow, that's a lot of people. That's a lot of people, Brian, but I have 180. Yes, crush them. Crush them and see them running away many, many times over. And I feel sorry for them, actually, because it's a guy that literally cannot win one jousting tournament that is beating them at the moment. Yes, and also someone that doesn't know how to use a catapult. It's crazy, yeah. That's amazing. Okay, so let's siege it. Okay, do they have one person, or how many people do they have here? They have 44 people. Alright, I'm going to try the plague. It's not going to work. I know for a fact it's definitely not going to work. I mean, I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do with this. How am I supposed to actually hit that? I don't really know. I mean, technically what I should do right now is just go straight for it, really. Yeah, I mean, me hitting this... Oh, wait a minute. What I should actually do... Oh, I think I actually understand this a little bit more now. That was a misclick, by the way. Me doing that right there, that was a 100% misclick. So what we're going to do is I'm going to try to get the wall down, or try to... Yeah, obviously, as you can see right there, that was way too weak. But technically, what you're supposed to do is get the wall down a small amount, and then shoot it in the same area. I just can't hit this very small crack. It's way too finicky for me, unfortunately. Maybe I'll be able to do it? Nope. No, I'm able to hit in the same exact location multiple times, but not in the actual place that I need to hit in. So, yeah. It's not going to make too much difference because we've just macroed everything in this game right now. And, yeah, we should have a pretty easy time of achieving victory here, despite the fact that... Actually, should I bombard them a little bit? Ferocious attack doesn't seem to be working that well. Let's bombard them. Yeah, that's slightly better, actually. Yeah, I think that's slightly better, isn't it? I don't know. It doesn't seem to... Oh, yeah, no. It's actually working slightly better, I think. I don't know. But what about an outflanking? Let's go for some outflanking as well. Use every tactic in a single battle in classic mode. Oh, well, there you go. I'm doing things completely by mistake. Yes, of course. And there we have it. Okay, so we've now captured this territory as well, which is perfect. As you defeat the last enemy lord, you return to the palace, escorted by Robin and his men. You commemorate the former fair and beloved ruler when whispers ripple the crowd. The crown has been found. It was your friend Robin all along. He had stolen the crown and kept it safe until it landed on your head, making you the King of England.
Defeating the last enemy lord, you restore peace to the troubled land. Now it is time to crown a new king, a Saxon king. The men of Sherwood accompany you to the palace, where a jubilant crowd fills the throne room. An old friend ruled here once with fairness and compassion. Suddenly, excited whispers race through the crowded hall. The crown has been found. Robin has it. He was the thief who took the symbol of power after the king's death. His men have been guarding it in Sherwood Forest, safe from the Normans. Grinning broadly, the noble outlaw turns the crown over to the Archbishop, who begins the ceremony that will make you King of England.
And there it is! Look at that! So there was the nice little exit cutscene, the victory cutscene for us right there. And now, you know what? I actually kind of want to try out Kingdom mode, so that's exactly what we're going to do now. This is the deck builder roguelike mode that is just kind of like procedurally generated and all kinds of crazy cool other stuff going on here. Choosing a lord with his dedicated trait. Okay, so they all have different traits. Get +1 order in the first round of each battle. In tournaments, the first die doesn't reset the score and continues adding to it. Okay, for me personally, I'm gonna go with my man Cedric, because he actually murdered everyone and did a great job. This is where you can change your family for the run. To unlock families with the most interesting traits, you must first rescue maidens representing those families. And just like every lord has his own trait, every noble family has a special trait they share. Okay, so in other words, I cannot choose anything else apart from Glover. Okay. Then we have jewels. Each jewel represents a difficulty level. The bigger the jewel, the harder the game. You can unlock new jewels by completing the game on the preceding difficulty. This is where you can see the conditions provided by the chosen jewel, including possible terrains and starting companies. Right, well, we, again, only have one because we're just starting to play this mode. Explore the lands further to reveal more treasures. That's absolutely fine. Earn fame to activate new traits. Okay, that's absolutely fine. Let's do it. This is your lord and his HP. You lose health in battles. If you lose all your health, your conquest ends. These are your companies. Each one gives you special numbers of orders depending on their type. Here you can switch the company type and discover new company slots as you advance. Arrange your tactics deck here. Check your traits here. This is your hero lord on the map. This is your archenemy down in Cornwall. Ah, yes, as he was in the classic game. Yes, he was kidnapping every young woman ever. Anyway, you must defeat him to win this game. Moving through each land takes 1 month of your time, but each land has something useful to offer you for your deeds. Some lands on the map are opaque because the enemy lord in his castle prevents your scouts from going farther. Defeat the enemy lord to scout the lands across these domains. Right, the map is full of camps and structures endangered by the ravaging Normans. Get there before the Normans do, and you'll get valuable rewards. Okay, so get there before the Normans do. So you can see here there's actually a shrine. There's something there. Wow, there's actually a lot of stuff. I'm not entirely sure where to go or what to do right now. There's so many different things to do. Are we going to capture these places as well, by the way? I actually don't know. Okay, so I have to choose here. So we can do Conquest. So let's do Conquest. You engage the campaign army of lowest rabble. Battle for Yorkshire. Okay. So the lowest rabble is over there. It's dice-based. Let's see what I do. Okay. Whoa, wait a minute. What's going on here? I don't know what's going on, so let's see. Before the battle starts, you can discard and redraw, actually, up to 2 tactics cards in your hand. Okay. The problem with this is that I actually have no idea whether these cards are any good. I'm just going to say yes to all of them. Destroy dice from the enemy's largest group. Your first roll depends on the number and type of companies. Using each tactic costs a certain number of orders that are provided to you by your companies. Here you can see how many orders you have left. I have 11. During your turn, you may use a single tactic from your hand and as many relics as you want. A single tactic. Relics are stored in your relic tab. If you don't have any orders left or you just wish to keep your tactics for later, you can always skip your turn. Okay, so swap the enemy's highest pair with your highest die. Convert all your 2s into 5s. Let's do that. They cannot possibly win right now, right? The battle continues until both sides have no orders or tactics left. Then the final clash begins. Your main goal is to get a total dice score bigger than your opponent's before the clash. If you feel stuck, you can always retreat. Have a chance to win later. This will cost you 1 HP. Alright, yeah, that actually sounds really, really fun. So, let's see. Destroy dice from the enemy's largest group until 2 remain. There you go. Very nice. For each pair of this or that, do this. Okay, yeah, that's absolutely fine. Destroy a random less than this die. Destroy, increase a random friendly die less than this by 1. Or destroy a random... Yeah, let's just do this. There we go. Yeah, we should probably do this in just a second. There we go. Nice. Yeah, we're keeping them pretty... We're keeping them pretty low right now. It's just pretty good. Not too bad. Let's try to increase our score a little bit as well. Reroll all 0s. Yeah, let's do that. We got a 2. Okay, that didn't really help us that much, but okay. Swap the enemy's highest pair with your highest die. No, I don't really want to do that, I don't think, because technically what I'd get then is I'd get 3s, I think. I'd get 3s, and they'd take 5. So technically we'd just be gaining 1. Which I don't really think is that useful in comparison to playing this. So we're going to get this, and then we can destroy a random die here, and then there you go. We're actually going to be destroying these guys super hard. So let's go for the clash. Let's see what happens. Yeah, there you go. Okay, we actually did it. Look at that. A glorious battle victory. And we also got 35 gold, and we also got this new tactics card right there. And now we can continue onward. I didn't lose any HP. Okay, that's good to know. And we've indeed captured this territory here. Okay, so the question is, there's Sherwood Forest. A war sage will teach new tactics for fair coin. The mine yields gold and old relics. Ooh, interesting. Okay, I can't go there, as you can see right there just yet. So, yeah, okay, fine. So what we're going to do is we'll probably go here. Yeah, we're just going to take the things around us right now, and we'll see what we can do. Come on now. Roll well, roll well. Okay, we rolled pretty badly, actually. We rolled pretty badly. Okay, yeah, no, I'm perfectly happy with all of these. Convert all my 2s. Yeah, this is good. There we go. We've got 15 now. Absolutely perfect. He's got a lot of 1s. Yeah, destroy dice from the enemy's largest group until 2 remain. That's actually really, really useful. Boom! Look at that! Wow, that was insane. That was actually insane because he had so many 1s. Let's do the same thing again. Boom. There we go. And then we can re-roll one of these. Let's re-roll that. We got a 6? That's hilarious. Okay. That is crazy, crazy good. And I think we are more than fine here. So I'm just going to randomly do whatever here because we're basically done. And he literally cannot do anything. Wow, that was domination if ever I saw it. That's crazy, look at that. He literally had nothing on us right there. Okay, so let's move down here and let's try to get the mine. There we go, hello. The treacherous Normans have bled these mines to fund their war. At your approach, true to the Saxon cause, miners place their hidden gold in your hands, along with a long-concealed relic. Okay, so duplicate a random die you own, including all its effects, and roll 1 additional die. That's pretty amazing, look at that. Enemy lords are pretty tough to battle right away. You can weaken them by sieging the castle. To do that, you'll need to recruit a catapult into your army. You've just obtained your first relic. Check out your currently available relics right here. Well, yeah, we kind of know what they do. But the problem is, how do I actually get my hands on a catapult? New tactics in exchange for gold. Okay, new tactics. Well, reroll your 2 lowest dice. That's actually nice. I will probably buy that. Thank you very much. So how do I get catapults? That's the thing. I don't actually have catapults right now. Huh. I could go over... No, not the tournament grounds, please. No, not that nightmare. I don't know. I guess I could... Well, I could go to Sherwood Forest, I suppose. We could go and see what Robin has to say. You seek Robin's aid in the coming adventure. You gain his favor after a quick game of dice. And there you go. One of your 6 dice becomes untouchable. Nice. Okay, that's pretty cool. And then we can go over... Nope, can't go over there. We can go over here. The problem is, I don't know how to get catapults. I'm not entirely sure how to do that. Because I don't think we can... Can we make them in some way? Maybe we can make them in some way. Okay, so re-roll all of the... I don't really care about re-rolling actually right now, but I'm going to re-roll all of the 1s. I think that's what we're going to do first. Oh! Did you see that? We literally just re-rolled the 1s into 2 6s and a 5. That's crazy. Okay, yeah. Destroy the enemy's largest group until 2 remain. I can do that very, very easily right there. Yeah, I'm just going to do that right now. Just going to play some random stuff here for now. Because I want him to amass as many 1s as possible. And then I'm just going to destroy them all at once, you see. Reroll our 2 lowest dice. No, I don't really want to do that right now. Roll 1 additional die. Let's do it. We got a 3. That's pretty nice. Okay, I like it. Duplicate a random die you own, including all its effects. A random die? Well, that's a 2. Well, that's kind of unfortunate. Am I using all of these? Do I get to keep the relics after the fact? I actually don't know. I guess we'll find out. Wow. This guy, I literally have 32. Yeah. I'm perfectly happy. I'm perfectly happy to just let... I'm not even going to bother. I'm not even going to bother playing any more of my cards. There's no point. He is absolutely 100% dead. Look at that. Crazy. Okay, so swap a random friendly less than 4 die with a random enemy +3. Okay. Right. No, those relics are 1 use. I did not know that. Okay, well, it's good to know, isn't it? It's good to know. Alright, I should probably capture this, shouldn't I? I can't siege it right now. I can conquest it, but I don't know. That does, okay, here we go. Yeah, it's me fighting against this guy. I should have saved my artifacts, shouldn't I? I should have saved my relics. That would have made a huge difference. Okay, we're going to swap this and convert all of our 2s into 5s. Yeah, that's really, really useful. Reroll all 1s. Yeah, I'm going to reroll all 1s first. Ah, wow, we rolled another 1. That's hilarious. That's really bad. Okay, yeah, we're just going to do this. He is probably going to win this, actually, now that I think about it. Yeah, he is probably going to win this. Destroy the enemy's largest group. Boom, there we go. That was really, really good, actually, considering he had so many 3s. His largest group, I should probably destroy his largest group once again, so let's do that. Break the largest horde. Boom, there we go. Just try to keep him down as much as possible. Very, very difficult to do that. Highest pair, does he have a highest pair with your highest? Yes, this is... No, that's not good enough. I don't think that's good enough for me to do. Destroy a random one. Okay, I'm just gonna destroy 1. Not particularly useful. Yeah, this is... he's got a lot of 1s at the moment. I don't think that's really gonna do much, unfortunately for him. Yeah, I'm just gonna play this, and this is it. Okay, so he's got 3 more. I don't think he has the ability to win this unless he gets really, really lucky. No, he doesn't have the ability to win. And that is it. I don't have any more orders or anything like that, so we will just wait and see. Maybe he has something that he can pull out of his sleeve, which is never going to happen, I suspect. But yeah, we're fine. There you go. Nice. Just about, surprisingly enough. And yeah, I think we win. I'm not entirely sure what that means, though. Does that mean we've captured his stuff, or... I don't know. Ah, you've gotten more powerful. You can now recruit more companies. For each one, add 1/6. Wow, that's pretty crazy. And we gain some fame at the same time as well. A new company slot has been unlocked. Don't forget to recruit a company to fill it. Okay, so how do I... Ah, there we go. Let's recruit the catapult. There we go. So now we actually have conquered this. Hilariously enough, we've actually conquered that castle. And I didn't even realize. So that's very, very cool. And that means that we can now continue onward to a variety of other places as well, and hopefully capture the entire map eventually. But you know what? That's going to be it for this episode. If you would like to check out Defender of the Crown, there is a link in the description, and it's out now. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.